What's up, everyone? Welcome to SMJ Sports Talk. Here, my co-host Stanley. Man, how's it going?
My brother, how you living, man? I'm doing good.
Living good, doing good.
SMJ Sports Talk. We back after a hiatus. What, 2-3 weeks? I think the last time we got on here, we were talking about that Kings Warriors series.
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks, man.
Hit that thumbs up button for us, you all.
Subscribe.
Hit that like button. Subscribe.
Just hit
for
50
us.
subscribers, y'all.
We just
Thank
hit
you.
50 subscribers? What?
Appreciate
I
y'all.
didn't know that many people were listening. Nah, shout out to everybody who's been here since the start and people who are here now. This episode, we're going to get into these 4 NBA playoff series that are going down. We've got 2 in the West, 2 in the East. I think 1 just ended in the West.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 in the East, 1. We'll cover each of the series for y'all. I think we want to hit on that all NBA team selections. The first team, the second team, and third team. I had some issues with that thing, but not really no issues. I just got to talk about it. Just got to say my piece. But let's start off with these NBA series.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
You go ahead, take a
Obviously,
start,
the one that just ended.
Woo.
The Phoenix Suns.
I didn't even watch it.
And the Denver Nuggets, man. What are your thoughts on that series?
My thoughts on that series was Phoenix didn't have enough time together. I kind of thought when I watched the first couple games, I'm like, Phoenix keeps going between Booker and Durant, and Denver's beating them as a collective team unit. I didn't think Phoenix was going to have a chance. I think they kind of got blessed with those 2 games back in Phoenix. But if you look at those games they won, Booker had to have like 40, and Durant had to have like 40-something. Like, they both had to have 40-something in order for them to win that game. That's not good for any team to have to do all that to win a game. So, I had Denver. Denver right now looks like the strongest team in the West. The strongest team.
Yeah.
You know, they play like a team. It's not prideful. And then they got Murray back, which Murray is like I know Jokic is their MVP, but Murray is he's the main guy over there.
He's what makes things happen. Yeah,
he makes things happen, and then he's clutch also. He's clutch with that. He can create a shot for himself. What'd you think of the series, man?
I thought the same thing. Thought they didn't have a lot of time to play together.
Think your own thoughts, brother.
Hold on. Let me get to my thoughts.
You ain't gonna steal my thoughts. I'm copyrighting my thoughts. Go ahead. Say your piece.
That's what I kind of thought, and also, I mean, injuries also played a factor into it. But obviously, when you look back at this, no one's gonna say, "Oh my goodness, Phoenix lost," but they didn't have Chris Paul or DeAndre. They're just gonna say, "Hey, Phoenix lost to Denver," and move on to the next series or whatnot. But definitely, injuries did play a part in this, though.
Chris Paul didn't play. You're right.
Chris Paul didn't play, and then Ayton also didn't play. So those are like 2 key guys for the Suns and whatnot.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, Phoenix, like even if they were to win the series, they would lose to the Lakers or Warriors just because they just didn't have enough time to play together. You know, I don't think
be bonded with each other.
Yeah, they didn't play like you said, like a collective team, which I think it showed. It definitely showed tonight or whatnot. But it was just like, alrighty, if Kevin Durant and Devin Booker's not having a hot night, the team's losing.
Yeah.
But if they're having a hot night, the team's alright. But they can't do that every night, though.
I'll be honest, man. In my opinion, personally, and y'all can let me know what you think about this, I've never taken Phoenix seriously as a team. Like historically, when Phoenix had that good team with Steve Nash and Mike D'Antoni, and they was winning 60-plus games, I always was like, but they're not winning no championship. I never took them as a championship team, and they've had great teams over the years. I think back with Charles Barkley way back in the day, and you watch all those tapes when they were playing Jordan in the finals, they actually made the finals. But other than that, Phoenix has always just been a team that they can get a good regular season, have good years, but it doesn't seem like that culture is championship culture. Just my take, just my take on it.
Yeah.
And Denver, I think Denver's creating that, man. Denver stayed with the same players. They might have added a few pieces here or there, but you don't see no
same coaching staff too.
Keep the coaching staff together, and they just continue to build. And I think last year Murray was hurt in the playoffs, right? So they didn't have the full firepower. But now they got Porter Jr. rose up. They got Gordon rose up. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people have actually grown up now and become great great role players or players in their own right.
And like you said, they've been together for a few years now.
They've been together
So,
for a few years, and you
they
play
know how
some
to-
guys on that side of the court who just
Been together for a few months. That's going to show. The experience going to show. But
yeah, but they got smacked.
what do you
They
think?
got smashed, man. It was crazy.
How do you think the
I didn't
Suns
watch it.
the Suns future is looking?
The Suns' future, not sunny.
Not bright.
Not sunny at all.
Oh man, you went that far.
Oh man, but yeah. That's all I got to say about the Suns, man. They out. As they say on the NBA on TNT. They've gone fishing. But I'm not gonna say they've gone fishing. I'm gonna say they've gone and they playing video games now or something. Like they off chilling now.
Phoenix definitely got to fix something though. I don't know. I don't want to say it's Monty Williams because he's a good coach, and it was like injuries this year.
Oh.
It wasn't like he had a full team or whatnot.
No, hold on. We gotta talk about this Phoenix Suns owner, man. Did you see when he held the ball from Joker?
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic is going to get the basketball, and the Phoenix Suns owner holds the ball back from him as if he's a little 5-year-old, 3-year-old, not even a 5-year-old, like a 3-year-old kid who just holds something back when you're reaching to grab it. And I was like, look at this guy. He didn't get fined. He didn't get suspended, and then they fined Joker.
What do you want them to do to the owner, bro?
Oh, kick him out the building.
You want to kick the owner out his own building?
It's not his building, but he owns the team. But he can get kicked out of a game.
You
sitting there in the stands with the fans. First of all, I'm not even gonna go into all that.
No, go ahead.
I think the owner should have gotten suspended, and I don't know why. I don't know why they fined Joker for that situation because he elbowed him. And then not only that, to be honest, multiple fans were pushing Joker. Multiple fans were, because you can't let that stuff slide, bro. This stuff is so two-faced stuff, man.
Man, that's a situation you don't. First, Yoga shouldn't have been fined.
He shouldn't have been fined.
Shouldn't have been fined. There shouldn't have even been talk about ejections or whatnot, right? But if you go back and look at it, the Suns owner did put his hands on Jokic, and then Jokic was like, "Hey, why you putting your hands on me?"
That's enough to
you
get
just gave
thrown
him
out of a game. I don't care if you're an owner, general manager, a coach can get thrown out of a game. A player can get thrown out of a game. An owner can get thrown out of a game if you acting up. As a matter of fact, the owner, you could forfeit the game for your team. You're the owner. If you acting up, you can forfeit the game.
Look, that's a tough situation. It
wasn't tough for me at all.
All I can speak from,
I said that guy is out of line.
All I can say is Jokic shouldn't have been fined. Now, if you go like what consequences should have happened for the owner or whatnot, I really don't have no say in that, because it's just like, alrighty, that's the owner. It's not a regular fan, but then it's like, alright, you also kicking out all these other players and coaches out for little things, right?
The owners ain't the stars of the team. The stars get kicked out of games. The owners can get kicked out too. That's how I feel about it.
And he kind of did provoke the situation, so it's like
they find Joker because he even the way the media was talking about.
I don't understand how they could find.
He hit Suns owner. He pushes Suns owner.
First off, that's not even a hit.
Yeah, and
that was just a little. That was
Suns owner.
That was just a little shove.
What was the Suns owner doing in the? This is a new owner, because remember the last owner got fired for his what was his stuff? He got caught with all types of racial N-words and all types of stuff behind closed doors. He got fired, sold the team to this guy. This guy gets on the court in the first playoff series he's been in. He's holding the ball back from a 7-footer, which is out of your mind to do. It's out of your mind to do that. So he already felt some type of protection. But these billionaires, man, they think they are covered by. You know what I'm saying? They meet the right one eventually, though, because that type of stuff was crazy that I saw. So that's why the Suns lost this series, brother. That little nonsense they tried to prove, and I'm not even.
Nah, they weren't gonna win either way. But
they weren't gonna win either way.
They weren't gonna win either way.
How low they have to stoop to try to get a little win. He has to hold the ball back before he's.
And then how did Jokic get a tech for that?
How did
in
Jokic
the game
get a tech? Huh?
For an altercation with the fan? Yeah, like that's with the fan, bro. That's
he got a technical.
Nothing happened in the game.
Suns didn't get a technical. They were playing in Phoenix.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
But that's my take on it.
I don't understand, man.
They kind of, they brushed that under.
The NBA's wavy with that stuff, and then even Jokic was like, "Yo, I thought they were supposed to. The NBA was here to protect the players, but I guess not."
Not if you're an owner.
They just gonna fine you
They're here to
$25K.
protect the owners.
Yeah,
The money. the owners. They're here to protect the owner's product and investment. That's what these NBA players got to understand, man. This thing, half of these owners don't even like basketball, bro.
Yeah.
They're not like fans of the game of basketball. They're fans of them making money, their team becoming a good investment for them. But like as far as basketball goes, man, these people just got like money and keep it in the family. They might not even keep up with sports for a year, and they just get back into it. Like, well, how are we doing? Do we have a chance of getting LeBron James on our team? Like, they just, pop back in for whatever. That's what I'm saying, man. These people aren't. Michael Jordan's an owner. We know he loves basketball. We know Mark Cuban loves basketball. But look at all these other owners and how they be talking about the black players with N-words and stuff like that. These people, man, they don't got no respect for the culture, and they really got respect for the game. That's my take.
That's your take.
Yeah. What's your take, brother?
I don't have a take on that. Let's
Brother,
move
man's
on.
always got something to say, brother.
Nah, I mean, from an owner's perspective, I mean, it is what it is. You got your business booming. You got the money's flowing. Like from a business perspective, the money's flowing through and whatnot. I mean, it's all good, but
It's all good. Huh?
But I know what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Like, there are some owners who really, when you look at it, they shouldn't really be an owner in the NBA.
Yeah, some of the owners are like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, because
I like,
some of them.
You know who I like? I like the Kings owner. He's
You
a
like
weird
him?
looking little dude, but he I sense spirit with people, and his spirit seems like a
His
chill
spirit's good,
spirit. And it seems like he's really like supporting the team. He went down there to the Golden One arena. He was front row. It was all in Golden One fan. It was not Golden One. Golden State's arena. What's it called? Chase Center. He went down there to the Chase Center in San Francisco.
He was supporting. Yeah,
and he was yelling and cheering for the team, and all around him was all the other folks, and he was just there by himself. I think he might have had his daughter or wife or whoever with him. And I was like, that's real right there. Like, you showed up in a hostile environment. And you was repping. Now I hope he handled that situation with E40 right. I hope he got that situation down and together. But yeah, going back to that Suns owner thing, man. I want to know, like, are the owners untouchables? Are they untouchable? Like, you can't, like, no one can do anything to them?
All right. Well, like, has there ever been a situation where the owner should potentially be kicked out of a game before in the NBA?
I'm sure there has. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I do think there's been a time where Mark Cuban got into it with a referee.
Okay.
I think he got into it with a referee one time.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously
can they not? Are they above the law?
No, of course not.
Because this Phoenix Suns guy was above the law. He did some stuff that nobody else in that arena could do. Nobody else could grab the ball and hold it from the NBA player and not get kicked out the game. And that's why Joker pushed him, because
that's what I'm asking.
Man is out of his mind.
And then he got Jokic attack. So that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. I'm like, I don't understand what the NBA is, like what they're saying.
It's all about image.
Yeah,
it's all political. Because I saw about 3 fans after he shoved the owner down. I saw 2 or 3 other fans put their hands on Joker, and I'm like, y'all all should be kicked out. These people are insane with how free they feel with these players, man. And
you gotta protect the players, man. That's one thing. Cause let me tell you something, bro. Those players, they work out every day, bro. And some of them would not hesitate to hit a fan, bro.
And he's lucky that Joker just elbowed him. Not even really elbowed him. He just kind of pushed him down in his seat. Someone could have flipped him over the seat.
Someone could have dropped him. Someone could have dropped him.
Someone could have just really hit him. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, like, hey, I'm gonna get fined anyways.
Have him walking out in the wheelchair like Anthony Davis.
Let's move on to another series, but let's go to the East Coast for one series, and let's talk about this Philadelphia and Boston Celtics series. I watched that game today, and I watched the second half of that game, I should say. I didn't see the whole thing. It was interesting. I was watching Philadelphia play, man, and it's about 5 minutes left in the fourth. They're going on a little run. They're doing their thing. They only up by 1 point, though, and they're celebrating like they really have won the game. And I was like, they're not going to win this game. I know Jason Tatum wasn't hitting. He was like 1 for something at the time.
1 for 14.
But I knew the way Philadelphia was playing and the way Boston was playing. Boston was still together. They were still composed. And Philly was over there like, looking at the crowd, all acting like the way they were clapping it up and everything, like they was acting like they was really. They acted like they was up by 20, like the game was over, and I was like, "Oh, they're in the wrong mentality." I hope Doc Rivers gets them together. They ended up losing the game by like 10 points in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Philly also they missed a lot of open shots though. T.J. Maxey, P.J. Tucker, and a lot of other. James Harden was tripping up and whatnot, like in the last few minutes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Philly really just lost the game. It wasn't like Boston won the game. Philly really lost the game, and I don't know if they're going to be able to go in Game 7 in Boston. Because
recover from this.
Let me tell you, the Philly fans, bro, they definitely did not give their home team a boost at all, man. So that's going to be tough for Philly to go in there.
It's interesting, y'all, seeing the cultures of different cities.
Yeah.
Because the Philadelphia crowd, like you said, their crowd, during the game, they're not cheering.
They're just quiet.
They're quiet, but they're not quiet. They're yelling at the other team. Like they're probably one of the meanest crowds in the NBA with Boston. But like
they don't get you that electric energy.
There's no electric energy there. Like and that's what I'm saying. It's about the culture. Philadelphia is one of the oldest cities in the USA. So there's a culture that's deep there, deeply rooted. But like a team like Los Angeles Lakers, there's a culture in Staples Center. When you go into Staples Center, Dallas Mavericks, when you go to their arena, it's a vibe you feel in there. Philadelphia's vibe is like weird. It's when you're watching them on TV, they're quiet for one. Their team might do a good little thing, and they yell for a little bit, and they sit back down and just relax.
Yeah.
New York's vibe is crazy too. I was watching New York. Shout out to New York. We'll get into that series in a little bit. But New York is like everyone's in business suits. Like this is like the Mecca of the USA. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is a very interesting. It's like the people who are there, you can tell, got money. They're business minded. Like they're showing up to the game in suits in New York. So it's a very interesting. Like they're talking making business deals while the game's going on, type of thing. It's a very interesting thing in different cultures, and then you don't see none of that in Sacramento.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, what's your opinion on Joel Embiid? Because he's the MVP.
Shout out to Joel Embiid getting the MVP.
A lot of people believe he's got to take the ball in the situation, like the last few minutes or whatnot.
I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused by Embiid because it seems that he should be playing down low more.
Yeah,
I know he has a shot, but it's like use that when you need it. Mm-hmm. You are 7'1", and you ain't no skinny dude either. Like. Go down there as close to the hoop as you can, and we'll pass it to you and go from there. Yeah. And I guess he doesn't like playing like that. It seems he likes to do a lot of fadeaways. My man, you as big as you are, you got to learn how to not do a fadeaway. You got to learn how to put your chest down and knock somebody out and dunk it. And I'm not seeing
or you're going to get fouled.
Or you're going to get fouled. And you know what? I used to play with coaches who, if they saw that mismatch, they would tell us to throw it to the big man 12 times in a row. We'd get frustrated. Sometimes we just take a shot and he'd take us out of the game. But he would be like, I played with a guy, he's like 6'8", 6'9". In high school at the time, that was, in the league we were in, that was considered pretty tall. So we could throw it into him. He could just put his arm up, reach it, turn around and dunk it. And so it's like, when we played certain teams that only had someone as tall as 6'4", 6'5", and we got somebody on our team 6'9", big, strong. Man, we just throw it in all the time. And if he got trapped, then you throw it out and hit a three. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got a lot of my.
That's how they won in Game 5 or Game 6.
That. They're getting the ball at the 3-point line. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? I don't know.
What did they do though in Game 5 that worked, right? Or at least the last play, right? Joel Embiid gets the ball down there near the paint, right? Mm-hmm. Jaylen Brown sags off for James Harden, so they try and trap Embiid.
Okay.
Boom, you kick it out for Harden, that's a 3 right there, right? But here's one thing, and I know this was the Lakers too, man. Anthony Davis, right? I'm just going to talk about the big man for a second. Anthony Davis, he hasn't been out there on the 3-point line against the Warriors, right?
He hasn't?
He hasn't been shooting from the 3-pointer, right?
Right.
He's been inside, around the paint, and it's paying well for the Lakers, mm-hmm. right? So I think if Joel Embiid in Game 7, if he's able to just stay inside, right, assert his dominance in the paint, right, be a rim protector and whatnot, and if James Harden is able to have a solid game and whatnot, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
James Harden's going to have to have a big game. I think he's going to have to have a big game, and I think Embiid's going to have to play down low.
Because Jason Tatum's not going to go 114 again.
He's not going to go 114.
He's not going to go 114.
And you're going to be playing in Boston where his every time he shoots and scores, the Boston fan is lit. The Boston fans, I know they call the most racist fans in the country, and probably for a reason. But as far as how they cheer on their team, like you can feel it when you're watching on TV that Boston's crowd. That's a basketball city.
They're in it, yeah.
That's a basketball city. So, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe Philly's more football. Maybe they've had more luck in football and stuff like that. So maybe they're more crazy at the football games. Because I know one thing about Philadelphia, them fans be rioting like crazy. The Eagles fans, when they lose, they riot like crazy out there. So
yeah. So
very interesting thing.
Who do you think is coming out in Game 7?
Oh man, great question.
I'll let you think on that.
Before we go to the Game 7, who's gonna win that Game 7? What's going on with my man Jason Tatum and his shooting struggles?
Jason Tatum, a
lot of people are saying Jaylen Brown's the man. He's the real leader of the team. A lot of people, I still think Jason Tatum's the one. He's just had some struggles.
I think
he's in a new relationship.
Yeah,
I heard he's in a new relationship with our sister. I can't never say her name, so I'm not even gonna try to say it. But he's in a new relationship, and sometimes that can be an adjustment for a brother. Sometimes that can throw your shot off a little bit. Hopefully, I was thinking that it might help improve his game. Like he might show up and be ready to go.
What do you say, man?
I think he might be ready for Cancun. He might be like, "Hey,
what you say, man?
I ain't even worried about this ring this year. I'm worried about another ring this year. Who knows?"
The love worked well for De'Aaron Fox, man.
The love worked for De'Aaron Fox.
But no, man.
Baby.
I don't know, man. When you look at Jason Tatum, it's all shots that he hits.
It's all
shots that he normally hits.
It's not like they guarding him so much or something, huh?
Yeah, some of them he's wide open. I think it's just finding his rhythm down.
Okay.
And then once he gets his confidence back, he'll be pretty good. In terms of like the leader of the team, though, it's never really been like one person's team, like Jason Tatum's team or Jaylen Brown's team. They've always sort of split it.
They've always
always
But they've tried to make it Tatum's.
They've tried to make it Tatum's, but Tatum he's not there yet. He's not at that point yet. He's still good.
Mental. Because I think mentally, on an athletic level,
on a player standpoint, he's there. But like he hasn't really, I don't think he has that mindset yet. Yo, this is my team. Yeah. Like, I'm taking this team.
I'm telling you, man, the thing I always go back to this. When you're separating superstars, you just separate the killers and then the people who are entertainment. There's some people who are entertainment, but then you got killers who they actually, like, every play, you're like, man, this person could embarrass me right now. This person might go at me right now. I think Tatum, everyone knows his skill set, but sometimes he can play a little more relaxed, and that's fine.
Sometimes he just lets the other players take care of it.
He lets the other players take care of it.
Jaylen Brown, there's been times where Marcus Smart even has the ball in the last few minutes or whatnot. People are like, y'all, it needs to be Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. Like,
A lot of times he does get the open shot.
Yeah.
Focus on everybody else. I also think the Boston Celtics coach has... I'm watching him a couple of times. I don't know what's happening in the locker room, but I'm watching him a couple of times, and he looks a little confused while the game's going on. Like, what play should I call? What should I do? And I think it's starting to show because he's never been the head coach in these situations where it's like games on the line for you to go to another series or go home. Mm-hmm. And I think the way they lost that game in Boston, Game 5 in Boston, because technically tonight could have been Boston's go home game. Mm-hmm. Like they could have won that Game 5 in Boston, came to Philly and won this game, and then been good.
Yeah.
But they lost that game. They got blown out that Game 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has to do with the coach.
Not blown out, but yeah.
They didn't get blown out Game 5? I thought they got blown out. Like Boston fans were leaving.
Yeah, that did happen. My bad. I was thinking New York series.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. But when you go back to coaching, man, it is his first year coaching. That is true. That is true. And then that's going to hurt in the locker room and whatnot.
This would have been a great time for Ime Udoka to still be there because he's already been through all these battles with this team. And
that's what I'm saying.
Doc Rivers had these guys ready for that game.
But
they
Boston
and won.
Yeah. But Boston handled that situation like they wanted to handle it. And they're seeing the effects of how they handled that situation. So
they demoted my man, Coach Ime Udoka. He got the head coaching position of Houston Rockets. Everybody knows the Houston Rockets were maybe the second or third worst record in the league. So you went from being a coach of a team who went to the championship. If I were Ime Udoka, I might just have to step down and go to college somewhere or something, or some college program that you could build up or something. I They demoted him from a potential championship team to the worst team in the league.
He might look at this as an opportunity, though. He might be like, you know what? I'm about to take this team to the finals within 3 years. Let's go or something.
They better hope they get that Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama. I gotta learn how to say his name.
I don't know, man.
You know what's funny?
Boston's gonna feel the effects, though.
Boston's gonna feel the effects, yeah, because even if it's not this series, the next series, you're going to have to still be coaching. And you're coaching against coaches like Doc Rivers. You're coaching against Eric Spoelstra. You're coaching against Thibodeau. Like, these are coaches who they've all been there already. It's nothing they haven't seen as far as playoff basketball, timeouts, calls, when to call this, when to move this player around. And that's kind of what I think Boston is lacking. They were saying on ESPN, Boston has lost their identity, which basically means their leadership, their coaching.
Yeah, they don't have no one in the locker room to really, keep their head in the game.
And with all that being said,
get them prepped for the game, yeah.
With all that being said, I'm going to go with Boston in Game 7. Nah, but if you check the tape of all these S&J Sports Talk, all of these episodes, I've always said Philly don't have what it takes to get there.
And I've always said Philly has it, man.
And you always said
I'm telling you, this year, this team
is
different, bro. This team is different.
Yeah, we really about to see them all. We really about to see what they do.
TJ Maxey, he gonna come out there and do his thing, man.
I think I'm rooting for them.
Nah, bro. You're rooting for Boston. I got Philly in Game 7. I got Philly in Game 7.
Oh, what? But you just been talking about? Wait,
I just told you Boston's gonna feel the effects.
I got
you. Ime Udoka go.
So you got Philly.
I've been telling y'all.
You're right, man.
I've been telling y'all for a minute that Philly has what it takes to make it to the finals and whatnot.
Well,
right?
We know they have what it takes, but they don't take it.
Listen, I'm taking Game 7. I understand Philly's in Boston or whatnot, right? But I think James Harden's gonna show up. Okay. I know everybody says he goes non-existent in the playoffs, but I think James Harden's gonna show up. Like I said, if Joel Embiid decides to stay in the paint and not be shooting those fadeaways and shooting those threes and whatnot, Philly would be all right, man.
All right.
But he can't be out there shooting those threes, man.
There we have it, y'all. What do y'all think about that? We gonna see Game 7. Is that in
That's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
Mother's Day.
7 on. Oh, that's
that's tough.
Whoever gets sent home, man, you gonna have your. I already know because they all gonna have their moms at the game. That's cold, man.
They gonna have those dinners ready.
That's cold. They gonna put the game on Mother's Day. They could have ended the series tonight and been like chilling on Mother's Day. They could have been chilling on Mother's Day with their moms. They really is about to put their moms together on Mother's Day. So imagine this: some of them ain't gonna be able to show up and see their moms on Mother's Day, and then they gonna lose the game. That's gonna be tough, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
What you doing for Mother's Day, brother?
I don't know yet. What about you?
You only got a few days, brother. You only got a couple of days.
We got some ideas, but can't.
Well, the plan is to go to church with my mom and my family. So
I ain't seen you at church in a minute.
Okay.
Nah, just playing. Nah, just playing.
Religious folk, y'all. Wait, but the plan is to go there with her and definitely some type of dinner, breakfast, lunch, something like that. So I gotta talk with my other comrades and siblings to
simply just love on my mother.
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's good.
Let's get into this next series, though.
Yeah, let's
get in.
Go ahead. Whichever one you want to go to next.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we'll save the best for last. We'll save that Lakers Warriors series last. So y'all just hang on a few more minutes with us till we get to that series. Let's talk about this Miami Heat New York Knicks series because it looked like it was about to be done. It was like 3-1, and it was like New York can't hang with them. It's a wrap. And then they went and they won the next game in New York, and now they're coming back to Miami.
Yeah.
For a game, which Miami should win. But if they don't, you leave open that possibility of a big, serious issue in a Game 7.
Here's what I'll say, man. I forget. I like watching the whole playoffs. I forget Miami's an 8th seed, man. I forget they made it into the playoffs as an 8th seed, and they lost.
Why were they?
They lost that playing seed, right?
They seem like they should have been way higher up.
What I tell you before, right? You remember when I said on a few episodes ago, I was like, look, when you watch Miami play,
okay,
they play like they don't even want to play with each other. Like they just out there doing their own thing, Tyler Hero was throwing up shots and whatnot. Tyler Hero's hurt now and whatnot, right? But they play like an 8 seed on in Game 5, right? They play like an 8 seed. Like towards the last few minutes or whatnot, they just didn't have it defensively and whatnot, right? So I think though, with that being said though, I think they'll be all right. I think New York's fans and whatnot gave their team a boost or whatnot,
Definitely.
but I think Miami will take care of business in Miami though.
I agree with you. I think Miami knows that, hey, it's time to close out the series.
Yeah.
Udonis Haslam gonna have them guys ready in the Miami Heat.
Eric Spoelstra, man.
yeah. My man Udonis Haslam, he be on the Miami Heat players. He be having them ready for the games. And I be watching the games. I just be watching the Miami Heat games for Udonis Haslam. I'm like, where's he at? Where's he at? And you'll see them walking over to the bench. And everyone's clapping everybody up, and you'll see him have somebody off to the side, and he's like, "Nah, man, you need to be doing this. You didn't cut. Like you didn't, yeah, he be on somebody. Just watch it. He be with that hoodie on too.
Yeah,
he be with that hoodie on all the time like this.
Yeah, that's how he be.
Yeah, that's how he be the whole time. I'm like, man, this guy's something else. I'm a fan of Udonis Haslam, man.
Yeah,
so,
you
gonna
miss him when he retires, man.
I think he has those guys together. Eric Spoelstra, Miami Heat coacher, Jimmy Butler. I think they take care of business in Miami because New York hasn't proven that they can really beat Miami in Miami like that. I think both the games they won were.
And Jimmy Butler's just been showing off, man.
Yeah,
all playoffs.
He's been showing off, almost like y'all forgot about me. Y'all forgot.
I feel like the thing with Jimmy Butler is he shows up when it's like, alrighty, my team, like, I absolutely have to score 35 points, else we're gonna lose this game and whatnot. But other than that, he's like, alrighty, let's just see how my team does today.
Yeah.
Let's see how is Bam Adebayo feeling or whatnot, you know.
Yeah, no.
But them losing Tyler Hero is gonna hurt. Like if they play Boston next series or Philly, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it'll hurt.
But they'll be alright.
They've been without him this whole series. So they got to keep going.
Yeah.
And you never know who's gonna get hurt on other teams. Also, other people are gonna feel hurt and pain. That's part. Draymond Green always talks about this. In his podcast, go check out his podcast too, because he gives good analytical information on the game of basketball, which is what we like.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the same thing. He was just saying like with Miami, like and Jimmy Butler. I don't even remember what he was saying. He was talking about one of the endurance things is how well your body and health shows out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like you're going to deal with injuries. People are going to get hurt. And that's a part of the endurance of the playoffs. That's the test. So when people are like, oh, man, we would have won if he didn't get hurt. That's part of the test. Is can you not get hurt? Can you maintain your health? Can
that's
you
true.
be, you got to stretch before the games. You got to stretch after the games. You got to drink water throughout the whole playoffs. You got to be on your stuff. But if you just get out of the game, rushing home to go play some video games, it's going to come back and bite you at some point.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not saying every injury is because you did not prepare.
Yeah.
But a lot of injuries can be avoided. And a lot of times when people pull their muscles because they didn't, you know what I'm saying?
They didn't do everything right, yeah.
So that's part of the test.
They didn't put themselves,
next man's up. Has there been another man ready? They always say you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you don't have if your weak link can't come up there and play, then you're not that strong. You're only as strong as that.
That's true.
So I say Miami closes out too in Game 6.
Yeah,
if not, we'll have to come back and talk about a Game 7. But right now, I don't even think Miami would want to go back to New York for another game. That wouldn't make no sense.
That would just make them mad.
It wouldn't make no sense. When is that game? Miami's next game.
I believe it's tomorrow.
It's on a Saturday.
I think it's tomorrow, Friday.
On a Friday.
On a Friday, I believe so. But yeah, I think Miami just closed that one out. They'll be waiting for that Game 7.
Let's get to this final series that's still continuing on. The Lakers, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors were down 3-1, came back, won the 5th game in Golden State. And now they're going back to LA for another game. I think that was
Game
tomorrow.
6, yep.
I think that was
that's
tomorrow,
on Friday.
Game 6. So that's the whole thing behind the Warriors is this the year they fall? Because they don't normally fall. They normally get to the finals, and then if they're in the finals, they might get beat in the finals, but not normally. But they definitely get to the finals. So it's kind of like this air following them. Like, can someone knock them off? Can
Yeah.
anybody knock this team off? Because man, the Warriors are tough, man.
Steve Kerr is 19-0 against Western Conference Finals teams.
I believe
So
it. Wow.
he's never Western Conference teams in the playoffs. So he's never lost before the finals.
See,
right? Like you said, right? When he lost, it was like the 2016 versus LeBron in the finals.
Yeah.
And then Toronto.
Kawhi Leonard in Toronto.
In the finals, right?
And they had injuries that year too.
But man, let me tell you, man, if the Lakers don't win tomorrow, I don't think they're gonna win in Game 7. I don't see Curry losing Game 7 out their home court.
At their home court, I don't.
But like Curry said, they just gotta
way.
worry about Game 6. But I think the Lakers, like, tomorrow is they win the series or they lose. I think LeBron knows that too. But because it's a tough one. No one had the Lakers winning Game 5. We all knew the Warriors were gonna win that one, right? But the Game 6, that's like, alrighty. You got the Lakers coming back home. You're supposed to have Anthony Davis. You got a healthy LeBron James. Let's make this push and let's win right here.
The stars are going to be out for that game.
Mm-hmm.
That game's going to be a loud crowd.
Draymond's going to get 6 fouls.
It's going to be expected to be on. And see, that's what I love about Draymond Green. He set the tone.
We're not going, yeah.
Game 5, he set the tone. He came out there. First of all, he was hitting his shots, but he also was setting the tone, yelling, letting the refs know from the start. He was in their face from the start, like, and they didn't tee him up. So I was like, oh, he can talk. They don't let him talk, and
which they should with all the players. You got to let the players talk to you, man.
But I think LeBron and them, they come out there tomorrow and go at him. I think they're gonna give it their best shot tomorrow.
You think though? Yeah.
If Anthony Davis feels all right, which I hope he feels healthy and is all right and good to go, I think he's gonna have a big game too. But I think Curry's gonna have a big game tomorrow.
Curry.
I think Curry.
I think Clay might show up.
Clay,
he might show up.
Okay.
I'm not saying he hasn't been showing up, but he might go off tomorrow.
Yeah, I think certain games where it's like the spotlight's on, big crowds, lots of, you know what I'm saying, the lights are on.
That's what the stars live for.
Good, man. Yeah, they live for that. So I think it's another big moment. And then also the Warriors had that thing where, can we come back from 3-1 again? LeBron beat us, came back 3-1, let's beat him. So I'm going to tune in for that game. What time is that game? When is that one?
I'm going to have to see.
I
want to say it's 5:30 on Friday, but we'll see.
I think there's probably 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's probably the Knicks, Heat, and then the Lakers. So they probably come on 7 or 7:30 or so Pacific time. So yeah, that game. So who you got for tomorrow's game with the Lakers?
Tomorrow's game,
the Warriors. Is that the end for the Warriors? Yes or no?
I got to go to State Warriors, man.
Woo!
Bro.
So you got them doing the 3-1, completing the 3-1 comeback.
I got them completing the 3-1 comeback.
Wow.
Let me tell you, I don't see the Lakers beating the Warriors, man. I just can't.
3 times.
I can't see them winning in the series, bro. I think the Warriors just had a bad game. Clay's had some really bad games. And Lonnie Walker had a good game Monday, which kind of helped him. But I mean, I think Curry's gonna go off. I think Steve Kerr's been in the situation, elimination games and whatnot. I just don't see the Warriors losing, man. I don't see the Lakers being the team to knock them off. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, and you may be right.
I may be right. I may be wrong.
You may be
Who knows?
right.
I may be wrong.
I'm going with the Lakers tomorrow.
Going with the Lakers?
I'm going with the Lakers.
You think they're going to close out the Warriors?
This is what I was talking with someone about. They said, nah, the NBA wants this one to go to Game 7. It's got to go to Game 7. I said, I think they would want it to go to Game 7 if it wasn't Game 7's in Golden State.
Yeah.
Lakers don't want that. The Lakers are like, we're trying to end this thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to roll with LA winning tomorrow. I think they've proven that they can beat. There's been some games that the Warriors are playing where it's like, if you did not have Curry on your team, y'all would have got smacked. Curry's doing some unbelievable stuff.
They would have got
smoked. The rest of y'all fools, I don't know what you do. Like,
even with Clay, man.
There's been games where it's like, the Warriors aren't playing well at all, and Curry's just the only consistent thing.
It's
you know
turnover after turnover after turnover.
You
man.
got Jordan Poole shooting some shots, and I'm not one to be jumping on the bash Jordan Poole bandwagon. I think there was issues with the team before it even started this year, but he hasn't been hitting no shots. He obviously is in a different zone than the rest of the team.
Man.
You know?
I told y'all, man. Jordan Poole got his money, and he went in La La Land.
He got his.
He
money
didn't hit the gym once over this whole season, man. Nah, just playing with y'all. But he said peace. But
he just doesn't seem like
he doesn't seem like
the whole team right now.
Yeah, he seemed like he's just out there doing his own thing. Now he did sort of he had a decent game in Game 5, but like I said, man, if the Warriors want to win though, I have to win tomorrow. But I think Jordan Poole's gonna step up a little bit. I'm not saying he's gotta have
honestly, if you just have
20-point games and whatnot.
If you have Clay step up and have a good game, Curry come through solid. And then you're gonna that when those two are playing solid, it opens up the door for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because now you're focused on Clay, you're focused on Steph Curry.
And you saw Draymond getting those easy layups too.
Yeah,
Draymond
Green just knows how to play around those guys because he's not trying to be the star. And how many guys do you know who's not trying to be the star?
Yeah.
So that's the thing about Draymond Green. When you watch him out there playing, yeah, he talks loud and he be all in the ref's face. But he's not trying to be the star. He's not like, I'm taking this last shot for me. Like, I'm not. He's like, I'm just trying to get the ball to Steph Curry. He knows that his success is linked with Curry and Clay.
Yeah.
So he respects that. And that's why they're so powerful as a unit. They trust one another like that.
Yeah, he's sort of like a Dennis Rodman in a sense.
Yeah.
He don't got to be the main dude.
Draymond Green's going to go down as one of the greatest defenders ever. I think he's just underappreciated right now. And he's a loud talker.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't like Rodman when Rodman was playing either.
That's true.
You know, Rodman was, especially once he started getting real, what you would call out there or whatever. People are like, oh man, he's a nuisance on the court. He gets too many technicals. Whatever. But no one liked playing against Dennis Rodman. No one liked playing against him because he was just so, he just didn't care. You know, them people who you get mad, you go up and you hit them and they start laughing. And you're like, oh man, like this person laughs when he's playing, like it's crazy. So that's how Dennis Rodman was, and I feel like that's how Draymond Green is too. I've never seen Draymond Green like someone says something and then he gets quiet, like he's all timid or he shuts down or whatever. I've never seen that.
That's what gets him going, man.
That's what. Yeah, he only turns up from that. Gary Payton, I think Gary Payton the second. I've been telling you about him since last year. I was like, they better keep Gary Payton. They lost him to Portland, got him back, and he's playing big minutes.
Excellent move.
I think he's another person not trying to be the star, but he does his role real. The defense.
Yeah.
He needs to work on some shooting though. Because he gets so many open shots. If he could hit them, but I guess that's maybe not his game. I don't know. But great player.
They'll be alright though.
Watching him, like there's not too many people I like watching just for their defense. He's one of them.
Yeah.
Just his defense is fun to watch.
He takes pride in that. Yeah.
His defense is fun to watch. And he has so many plays where he does. Like whether he tips the ball or whether he gets a rebound or steal, he gets so many plays where it's like he's not the star, but if that play didn't happen, then the next play for Curry to hit that 4-point play wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
so
he does that.
Looney, those are the key. Those are their sleepers, man. Those are their sleepers.
He does that. That corner three when the ball's up in the air, he'll go like out of bounds, then come back in court, sort of like PJ Tucker, get that rebound or whatnot.
Definitely.
So you got the Lakers winning.
Got Lakers
Game 6. You got them sending the Warriors.
I'm not gonna have them winning Game 7 if there's a 7. So I gotta say Lakers gonna win tomorrow. Because if it goes to Game 7, I'm with you. We might as well just get prepared for Denver and Golden State. They might as well. If it goes to Game 7, Denver might as well just start setting up the boards. Golden State versus Denver, because it's not gonna be Lakers. They're not going into it. I'm not doubting LeBron. I'm talking about the rest of them. The rest of them guys on the team. They ain't ready for that.
I don't see the Lakers knocking off the Warriors.
You don't see it, huh? Because the Warriors gonna go down with a fight.
Yeah.
They gonna control the tone. I think it's interesting to see how LeBron is controlling the tone of the game from his angle, and Draymond's trying to control the tone of the game from his angle. Real interesting stuff, y'all. Real interesting stuff. We the playoff basketball. This is where we can really give our analysis of the game of basketball. We talk a lot of little talk about stuff that's happening with the sports world and the sports teams. But we're able to get into some of the basketball analysis of the game. You see that during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everyone's good players. It's about who's doing what now. Are we gonna go through our bigs? Are we gonna play through our guards? What are we gonna do?
The coaching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's good talk. Good talk.
Hold on, it's 11 on May 11th.
It's 11-12.
He says 11-12. Get out of here with all that numerology talk.
Yeah, man. We don't need that up in here.
He says 11-12.
Nah.
Bro, this iPhone time, brother. No, I'm playing.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Real quick, guys. S&J Sports Talk, though. Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those platforms.
Twitter.
Whatnot. We really do.
I haven't touched that Twitter page in a couple months, but go follow us on Twitter.
I might need to get
back up on there.
Do I need to get on Twitter?
Man, you hold down the Spotify, brother.
Nah, just playing.
Appreciate all y'all on Spotify, all the listeners on Spotify, and we still rolling with this thing. We still editing our bloopers video. We've been telling y'all about that for 2 months. We've been telling y'all about the 2 months. Then the computer crashed. We had to re-upload all the video, and we're re-editing it. So when the bloopers video gets out here, y'all gonna have like a year and a half worth of S&J Sports Talk material in the bloopers video. So be looking for it. We just keep y'all in anticipation for that.
Yeah.
But let us know y'all's thoughts on these NBA playoffs. Who's winning these next games? We didn't even get to the first, second, and third NBA All-Star teams. I guess real quickly, all I'll say about that is, what in the world was?
I know you're gonna say.
What in the world? Who are the voters? Who are the voters, man?
Let's do another video on that, man. We'll
do a different video on that real soon. We gotta get that one up probably in a couple of days or so when we have some time, y'all. My man here, he be working. He started working his part-time job. I'm working a full-time job. So we busy and we try to get up on here and get y'all these podcasts whenever we can. So when y'all have a hiatus like this last 2 weeks, just be patient. Y'all know we gonna get back on here. We do this, like we talk sports all the time. So
yeah.
This is our love. We know a lot of y'all listening love it too. So just stay with us. Stay with us, and we gonna keep rolling. S&J Sports Talk. We out of here, y'all.
As always.
Peace.